What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. If you're new here, my name is Rivah, and I'm here to give you guys my reaction to this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into the video.
From the girls, do you think most girls are objective, or do you think they think they're hotter than they are? Or do they underrate themselves? Go around.
Personally, I think it depends on the person because growing up, I'm obviously not skinny. Hi, everyone. I'm not skinny. So growing up, I was never the beauty standard for anyone. So, like, all my friends were getting chatted up by people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just the other one, you know? So, like, I never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Like, I would never call myself anything more than a 4. But now, like, I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like, I've grown into myself and I'm comfortable with who I am now that, like, even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10, let's not go that far, but like definitely an 8. So like whether you guys think I am or not,
that's got nothing to do with her.
But like,
so what is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? If nothing's changed, what is it that takes you
loving
from a 4
myself
to an 8?
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
I understand that, yeah.
So,
but that doesn't. You're not necessarily being objective about how other people view you. Right, because isn't that what a rating really is? Like, what you think the vast majority of people...
Like, if I rated myself 1 to 10, I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking. And I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts. Because people in the top 20% of beauty, they get modeling contracts.
But what is beauty?
So, what is beauty? I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, if you... I mean, you can go online and have people rate your pictures, and they rank you 1 to 10.
That's wild.
And so you can get a lot of data that says how attractive you are in society. And men will rate you, women will rate you, like, every day. How we look is like how we represent ourselves. It's not fun, but it's just like being on it.
I think there's a difference between, and you should absolutely have love for yourself. You should have self-love, right? Like, no one's telling you should walk around like loathing the way that you are or the way that you look or whatever. But I think that a lot of times when it comes to the words beauty standards and, what other people think and what other people view as beautiful or not beautiful, I think that kind of gets a little bit misconstrued, because at the end of the day, like, if you yourself looked among your friends and you saw yourself as a 4 on the scale, and now you're saying that you're an 8 and nothing has changed, I think that it is a little bit of like a contradiction, because if there has not been any physical change and you're now saying that you're higher than you thought you were a couple months ago just based off of how you feel about yourself, that's not being honest, right? Because nothing, as the gentleman said, nothing on you has physically changed. So there's a difference between saying I'm a 4 and I'm okay if everybody else thinks I'm a 4 because I love myself and it's not going to make me feel bad about who I am genuinely as a person. That's one thing. Rather than saying, I was a 4, but now I'm an 8 because I love myself. But that doesn't change how other people are going to view you. But also, I just wanted to drop this in there too. Like, a lot of people who have a lot of like, confidence and like, oh yeah, they talk about body shaming and body positivity and all these things. Like, a lot of people don't realize that with that confidence is hiding how you really feel, because at the end of the day, it's not going to feel good if you don't 100% feel good within your body. Health-wise, okay, shopping-wise, being able to buy certain things, like, you're not going to feel your optimum self. And also, we just know that there's more risks. My main thing when it comes to weight and size and stuff like that is that there's more health risks. Doesn't matter how you slice it. Okay, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. Like, there's so many health risks when you put all this pressure on your heart and on your lungs and on your body.
So, and it's also like you can get dating apps to everyone's Tinder, Bumble, like, they have a ranking for you behind the scenes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I trust.
So, I don't understand when girls say, like, I'm an 8 because, or sometimes I hear girls say 10, because I hear this a lot where they say, like, because I love myself and I'm, like, confident now. But don't you think attractiveness is based on results?
They may be, but I don't care about those results, to be honest.
But do you think then you're not being objective about how attractive you are or how attractive anyone else might be?
I guess not, but yeah.
Another thing I want to say too is that I don't understand why people think that if somebody is slimmer or somebody is in shape or somebody has abs or whatever the case is, you do have people who are naturally skinny, but there's people who also know where they are, and because they want to gain leverage, they're waking up at 4 a.m. going to the gym, right? They're taking, they're eating salads, they're drinking, lime water, they are taking care of their skin because they know that they may not be aesthetically perfect, because we all know beauty is aesthetics, right? And it's symmetry. It's how symmetrical is your face. That's how people know how beautiful you are. Like when your face looks exactly the same, people rank you more beautifully. Okay, especially when it comes to bone structure, definition of your face and stuff like that. So I think that a lot of people just are like, I hate to say it, but it's true. A lot of people are just caught up in being like more lazy. And so in that comfort of being lazy, they will say like, oh, well, that's just her. Like, that's just the beauty standard and I'm just not that. And it's like, but loving yourself is also putting the work in again to obtain like optimum health. Like loving yourself is also being mindful of the food that you are consuming that can harm your body. I forgot the time frame, but every couple of days or weeks or whatever, literally the cells that make up your body, it all comes from the nutrients that is put into your body. So if you're not feeding yourself with nutrient-dense foods, how can you then turn around and say that you have so much self-love? Because ultimately, you're not showing your body that love.
Stuff's not really important to me.
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think when someone rates somebody, why does that have anything to do with them? Mm-hmm. Like if someone rated like somebody a 3, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's your opinion. Like it's not like a rating is not a fact; it's an opinion. Mm-hmm. Well, do you know what I mean?
Well, everyone's opinion then would add up to a fact. Right?
Yeah, add up to a consensus. Maybe not a fact, but consensus.
Yeah, consensus. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like, I have a group of friends, right? And when I walk into the room with the group of friends, I know immediately who's going to get the most attention from the guys. It's not me, right? I have, like, a friend who's, like, very, very attractive. And I know when I walk into a room with her, like, the guys talk to her first. Because, like, girls, you can kind of just feel it. But I almost wonder when I hear, like, and I hear this from girls a lot, like, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. If that's not, like, rooted in reality. Because attractiveness, like there's numbers behind it, whether it's just your results in the world or your dating app data or the type of guys you can get.
It's quite harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough
It's
conversation.
not fun. Like I don't enjoy like walking into a room and knowing everyone's going to talk to my friend and not me. That's not fun. Yeah. But I think I'd be delusional if I walked into a room and I thought, wow, like, they're all going to talk to me first.
But what Pearly's saying is just her being realistic, right? Because there's girls who hang around their friend who's an 8 maybe or a 9, and they get around their friend and they're a 5. Like Pearly's saying that she's a 5, so I'm just going based off of what she's saying. And they will have this mentality like they're also a 9. Like because they're walking with their friend, they think like, oh yeah, I'm a 9 too. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily work that way. You just have to work with what you have and be the best version of yourself. Simple as that. If there was no such thing as like a beauty, like what people would deem as beautiful or not beautiful, like a lot of the people who are, to the forefront on magazines and stuff like that, across the board, you can ask people and they're not going to say that person is unattractive. Some people might rank that person higher or lower, but nobody is going to say, like, that person is not attractive at all.
I think in addition to your point, men understand hierarchy.
I was just going to say that.
So we understand that I'm a 4 because there are guys that are 5 and get this attention. Guys that are 6, they get that attention. 7 and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Whereas women I don't want to say they live in a delusion sometimes, but it's a case of, well, because I believe I'm this, I am that. And I was going to speak about gender, but I thought, let me not, because there's a whole separate topic where people will go, oh, what is gender? And then, yeah.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's not go into that place.
You're going to get me in trouble.
But I do think that women also understand hierarchy. It's just like in this day and age, because we've been exposed to what men want, we kind of understand like, oh, okay, that's not what men want, but I don't care because I'm never going to be that, you know, without money and clout, shall I say.
What do you guys think men want?
And that's the thing, you know, like saying that you're never going to be that is just because you just don't want to. You just don't want to. You just don't care to. You don't want to, and you don't see the value in doing so. And I think it's interesting that a lot of women always say this, you know, like, oh, you know, we know what men want. They over here talk about it all the time, but we don't care. So what results do you think that you're going to get by having that mentality in the first place? Like, just by that alone. Like, if you don't care what men want, what they desire, what they are looking for at all, whether it's comes from respect or any aspect, not just image, then what's the point? So are you just going to be single forever? Are you just going to wait for somebody who's just like, you know, wants you for you, which a lot of women say, like, I want a man who wants me for me. And it's like, but would you want you? Like, what about you is, you know, going to make somebody deem you as like the prize or a peaceful possession, or, you know, being with you would make them feel like, oh yeah, this is my girl and she makes me feel like what about you? If only thing that you're worried about is your own self. And when it comes to men in the hierarchy, yeah, men, they know, right? They'll be like, I'm a 2, but I'm gonna be clean. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna make sure I get my, you know, whatever it is. They're completely aware of themselves. I think men are more aware and women are very less self-aware of themselves, where they rank, how they're viewed by other people, and also the control that they have in regards to their own health, their image, and the way that they are perceived by other people.
Kim Kardashian body.
Well, let's ask y'all that.
I want to hear, because you said like you think that girls understand what men want. So I want to go like one by one. And do you think? What do you think men want?
No,
honestly, one at a time. Sorry,
I couldn't tell you, because I feel like, again, I've never been in a relationship, but I've chatted to quite a few guys, and it seems like it's not even that I don't live up to their standards. I feel like I'm never what they want. And I'm like, is it looks? Okay, apparently I checked that box, but they still don't want me. Mm-hmm. Is it personality? Yeah, you're cool, you're vibes, but I don't want to wife you. Like, mm-hmm. I don't get it. Mm-hmm. You say you want personality, but you still go and try and treat a girl like a hoe. Mm-hmm. And I know this is not all guys. I understand that. And maybe this is just the guys I attract. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing, but okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like maybe society as a whole, not everyone, we do care a lot about looks, and I think that is a lot about like it's very superficial. I think a lot of guys are very superficial. Again, not all guys, but maybe a certain kind of guys, they just care more about looks.
Could I give you some advice
in
regards to like dealing with a guy that you're not sure where you stand with him, where he's saying like he might have sex with you, but he's not willing to commit to you, or he might, you know, take you out on dates, or you might cook dinner for him, or you might take him on dates, you know, whatever it is, yeah. But there's no commitment. There's no long-standing chance of a relationship, yeah. If you're dealing with that kind of situation, I think there's one sentence that would clear up the whole thing. Would you like to meet my dad? Bang.
What if you don't have a dad?
Okay, fair enough. But would you like to meet my family? Would you like to meet my brother? Would you like to meet my mum? Mm-hmm. As soon as you take it there, I'm sorry, but there's an immediate decision that partner has to make. Am I actually serious about this? I want to? Am I invested in this person enough to actually engage with their family?
Yeah.
So, and honestly, from the beginning, if you introduce your boyfriend, your fling, whatever it is, if you're trying to get commitment from them, if you introduce them to your family from the beginning, yeah, you can see how they engage with your family members.
Yeah.
Are they respectful?
especially a male counterpart in the family.
And the thing is that I understand what he's saying, because it's basically like pushing their hand, because if they don't want to meet your family, and I mean, sometimes women just are trying to come on too strong. Sometimes women are also, not, they're giving off signs that they don't understand are not benefiting them in the relationship sector as well. We would need way more context as to why she keeps having the same repetitive cycle. But yeah, it would let them have that space to say, like, yeah, I'm cool with that, or no, because that means that they possibly see a future, or they just don't.
Absolutely, because they can tell what that guy is up to.
But what if you don't have a male counterpart?
That's
if you don't have a brother, what if you don't have a...
I understand that there are those circumstances, obviously. Yeah. I would still say introduce them to your family.
No.
Do you have a trusted 100%. Elder brother type figure or a father type figure that you trust? If you don't, many moms out there have played the role of both father and mother.
Right. Even your friend who's a guy.
Sorry?
Even your friend who is a guy can tell.
I don't know, but...
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I understand what he's saying, but I think the more that this context is being added, I mean, I get it, but if a guy gonna dog you, I don't have any other way to say it. If he's gonna dog you, he's gonna play that role to the family. How many times have people said, like, oh, the girl goes back to the family and they're like, oh, he did that to you? Oh my God, he was so nice. Like, if he has ulterior motives, it doesn't really matter who he meets, or, whatever his motive is, he gonna play that role. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No, because
that's your
friend who's a guy might be actually
that's
secretly fancying you. Do you know what I'm saying? Sorry.
That's true. 100. They're gonna tell you this, yeah, he's mad
because he wants you. Yeah.
Exactly. So he may not be very objective about it. A family member will be.
So, what do you guys think that men want?
I kind of agree with Thais. Like, it's kind of weird. Some guys might just want looks or body. Some guys want to see, like, where the girl's going in the career, or what she's actually interested in. Some guys, I don't know.
Okay.
They might have some similarities or something. I don't know. I don't actually know.
What about you?
From what I've gathered from guys that have been interested in me, as well as, like, guy friends, most of the time they don't want a plus size girl because either they're afraid or embarrassed or whatever. Or if they do,
you just said you don't know what men want, and then you're gonna turn around and answer her question and say, "Oh yeah, they're afraid." Stop trying to just support the sisterhood so much, and stop trying to gas your friend up so much that all of a sudden you know exactly what men are thinking, and you just said you didn't know. You just said you didn't know.
They want to be low-key about it. They don't want to show you off. They don't want people to know that they're like talking to you or trying to do a thing with you. But most of the guy friends that I've had usually want, like, girls, definitely big bum. It's always a big bum. Always. And then, but the thing is, most of the time they want the big bum, but they don't want the things that come with the big bum, like the natural stuff that come with the big bum.
The hourglass.
Yeah. They want the nice boom like figure.
So I want to hear from the guys. What do you guys
What do y'all want?
If you guys wanted to get married, what would you look for in a wife?
Do you want to go first?
I'm gonna get hate for this, but submissiveness.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
okay,
that's fine.
Okay.
For me, look, I'm a Muslim. I may not be religious, but I try to be. Submission isn't the word that I tend to use. You're like, if a woman is submissive to God, then she will do her duty as a wife. Yeah. What I require from a wife is fun. If there's one word, it's cooperativeness. What does that mean? That you have a wife, a partner that is gonna ride or die with you towards the same goal, towards the same end. Yeah. That is the fundamental quality that I require from a woman. Beauty will fade.
Yeah, but submission and cooperativeness go hand in hand. That's not saying different things. That's literally saying the same thing. Like, a woman cannot be submissive if she does not cooperate with you. So it's if we want to be honest, it's one and the same.
Facts. Beauty will fade.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Look, there are some 50-year-old women out there that still got it. God bless them. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
True. Yeah. But listen, cooperativeness. Like, are you going to be holding it down? You know, whilst I'm struggling at work, or you know, if there's kids at home crying and screaming, are you gonna give up easy? What kind of character do you have? Do you have resilience? Do you have like the ability to give me peace when I need it? Are you gonna be able to take care of things as I need you to, when I need you to?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying have a woman like at the end of a whip, yo, do this for me, do that for me. No. It's that.
Yeah, but I think that he's actually feeding that narrative of what people think submission is by saying by using the word whip, you know, and that's not what it is. It is just cooperation. It is just understanding your role, your position. He's the leader. He's the one that is, you know, the guide, the director, the final say, you know, and so it's just going along and being cooperative. And yes, you want your voice to be heard and you might have opinions or feelings, but at the same time, like, who is the one that, like, people get married or they, you know, and the woman goes from being under the regime of her parents to now being under the regime of this man. And it's just respecting that, respecting the authority that he has in his home, and then respecting the fact that he will do whatever it is that he has to do to make sure that he is going to protect you, cover you as he should. So it's just having that ultimate respect for that partner. But again, he's kind of feeding the narrative of what people think submission is by saying the word whip.
What was that? You go carry on. The main thing, I think, is just that fundamental cooperativeness, that we agree towards the similar goal, or the same goal, and that we're both gunning for that together. Mm-hmm. Now, we might have separate roles when gunning for that same goal.
Yeah.
But the goal is the same. And if she's on board, that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think a lot of people just aren't aware that there's different types of people in the world. Everybody doesn't have the same mentality. You have men that are like, happy wife, happy life. You know, she's the boss. She's the one that has the final say. And then you have, you know, men who are like, I'm the leader. I'm the, you know, the provider, the protector. And, you know, I'm not going to stand in my household as a man and let a woman dictate what it is that I'm doing or I'm not going to do. And so for the women who want to be so strong and bold, it's interesting because they say that they want this man who's not going to allow the woman to dictate his pace or whatever, and he's also the man that a lot of women want, but then they will kind of settle for the man who will let them lead, right? And for the man who will take a backseat and let the woman be the one that's in control of everything, while complaining that they're burnt out, while complaining that they wish somebody could, you know, be the leader, while they're complaining that they wish somebody else would take that leadership role, but then they take it with that man, because being with this man who doesn't allow, you know, a woman to, like I said, dictate to him what he can and he can't do, and, you know, he's the boss or whatever, they know that being with that man will require a version of themselves that they don't want to bring to the table, that they don't want to commit to. So I just think it's interesting that women say all these things about, oh, we don't know what men want, we don't really care, and like, who cares, and this and this and that. But at the end of the day, you do, because you still go to this man and then kind of like get rejected from that man, or, you know, you never make it to the relationship phase with that man, and then you just say, well, I want somebody to take me as me, and I'm not changing for anybody. And so whether that man comes or does not come, you're just, you know, sitting in being that same version of yourself, when all of us need to evolve in every way. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I had this video sent to me so many times in my DM. I have officially been in my Instagram DM. If you don't know my Instagram, it's at RIVAH_JORDON. So many people send me videos to react to, and I saw this video so many times, so I had to bring it to the forefront. Let me know you guys' feedback in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.